This is Nash, my 1-year-old gold doodle. Okay. This is on my bed. So this, guys, is a video on how to pass your driver's test. That's right. Yeah. I did look up videos on YouTube of how to pass my driver's test, and they were a little, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I feel like I didn't do anything to prepare for this, which I did. I was just nervous. Let's be honest, we all were. If you haven't taken it yet, tune in. So I have my license now. I'm 16, and I got it in March of this year. I'm just gonna walk you through exactly how my driver's test went. So the beginning of the driver's test was pretty nerve-wracking. I was like crazy nervous. We were like driving in, and I actually couldn't drive myself to the driver's test because I technically, my permit expired on my birthday, which is the 15th of March. So I legally couldn't drive myself there, but I can take the test. Confusing, but if that ever happens to you, that's how it happens and that's how it works. Okay, so I had somebody drive. Stop driving by. So I had somebody walk me through exactly how the driver's thing went and like what route they took you on and all of that. So if you know anybody that has taken the driver's test before, just have them take you on the route that you may or may not go to, because normally they'll have you go basically on the same route, just maybe a couple of different changes, but not drastically at all. I also heard that you had to back into a parking spot. No. Not happening for me. No. I did not want to back into a parking spot. I swear, I would have hit a car. So you know what I did? I had my mom back into the parking spot. Not a good idea. Don't do that. And so then we went in and then we registered and all of that. And we're like, hey, I'm Layla, Tammen here for my driver's test. You know, like, I went in there and then my instructor came out and he was like, hey, your car is backed like into the parking spot. Can you like pull it in? Because we're going to back in when we get back. I was like, oh God, now I know we're going to back in when we get back. And I'm like, I practiced it a couple of times, but I was like, oh God, I don't do good. But before, I did try backing into a parking spot with cones, or, well, not cones, I didn't use cones. I used like bins, buckets, and like put them like on the outside, you know? But these parking spots are so narrow, so it was even worse scenario. I finally get in the car with him, and then it's like he checks, you know, the lights, the brakes, and like turn signals and all of that. And then you get in the car with him, and then you buckle your seatbelt, you know, and all that. But the thing is, I'm a very safe person, and I like to lock my doors. So lucky me, I locked my door before he got in there, and then he was like, you know, pulling on the door. He's like, can you get in here and test you? And I was like, oh God. That happened on the way in and on the way out. So I was like, I didn't want you to get in, and I didn't want you to leave. It's ginger ale, people. Don't judge. And then he directs you. Well, I got directed down like a little road, tiny little road. And we turned into a neighborhood, and there were these huge bumps that were in this like neighborhood, you know, like neighborhoods that don't have neighborhood signs, you know. Great. And it was like right by a Chick-fil-A, so I was like, yes, this is my treat afterwards. I passed this. I'm like, so we got there, and I was like, okay, speed limit's like 10 miles per hour over these. I went like 2. It's like, I ain't hitting this car because it was my brother's car and it was like very low, you know. I probably didn't even go to that. I probably went like 7, 8, I don't know. And then we're heading back, and I heard that you gotta like switch lanes, and I was like totally fine with. By the way, he didn't ask me to like switch lanes before. Even before that, we were at the stoplight and I was waiting to turn. I haven't turned and I was like, I got this. And then he asked me a question and I was like freaking out because I was like, oh, they asked me a question. I'm like, I didn't know it was a Q&A. I was like, calm down. I was in the left far lane. He's like, okay, when you turn, which lane do you get into when you turn? I was like, the far left lane, the same lane I'm already in. And he's like, bingo, yes. I was like, that's right, that's right, that's right. I did it. I passed the first Q&A question. By the way, that was the only question he asked me. I don't know if you guys will ever get asked a question, but that's what I got asked. We are driving back now. Turn back into the driver's ed thing, and then hold up, pause right here. I was like, crap. It's gonna make me back into this parking spot. Okay, I thought that, and then there was this person that was parked in the driver's ed parking spot for only the people that are taking the test. And he's like, hey, listen, this person's not supposed to be here in this parking spot. And it was like a really long vehicle. It wasn't even backed into the parking spot right. It was like halfway in my parking spot. So he didn't like even bother to like let me like back into it. So I just pulled through. I was like, yes! Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And then we went in, you know, and we wait for results and all that, and they come back, it's like, she passed. She passed. She's like such a really sweet young lady. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. And then yeah, I went back and then I went to Chick-fil-A, got some ice cream, and then there we are, I got licensed. Woo! And now I gotta wait to get a Michigan license for like another year, so it's fine. That's another story for another day. Okay, let's start with these tips and tricks of mine, you know? So, tips. Be calm, people, be calm. Listen, they will not kill you, except if you kill them first. If you get into a crash, they may haunt you, but you know, don't crash the car. Don't crash the car. Stay in between the lines. I've got asked that before. I'm like, my best friend, she said, it was Sarah, and she said to me, well, how do you like stay in between the lines and all? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. Just stay in them. Like, lines, you, stay. It's like, I don't know. How do you walk on a sidewalk? You just walk. Don't be cocky with your driving at all. Nobody cares if you got your like music blared up and you're just like, that's right, vroom vroom, you know? Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you're cool about that, okay? Don't do that. If you are speeding, don't do that. Don't speed. Don't speed. Don't speed. Please. They know, and they will tell you the speed limit. If they don't, they should have told you the speed limit. If not, there are speed limit signs, and you should know that. They will tell you and they will alarm you. It happens all the time that people like speed past you, but do not be bothered by that at all. I always like worry about, oh my gosh, they're like speeding past me. I'm like, I should catch up. I'm like in the slow lane. I'm like, everybody's passing me. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, don't worry. Don't worry. You're not the one getting pulled over. They are. Maybe if there's police over there. They do direct you on which way to turn and which way, yeah, the speed limit, all that. They direct you, okay? Just pay attention. Just pay attention. I'm not a great direction taker whenever I'm in the car with my mom. She'll yell at me if I like make a wrong turn, but don't be alarmed, you guys. It's okay. If you get nervous when they tell you directions, just calm down, take a breather, and like, if you didn't hear what they said, just be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't get that. What'd you say again? Or be like, oh, take a ride at this line. They'll be totally fine with it. I didn't have to ask that at the time, but if you do, it's totally fine, totally fine. Absolutely be prepared, because nobody, well, they can tell if you're unprepared. So for your permit test, not just your driver's test, but for your permit test, you know, it's like written, It's called a written test, but you can take it online, all that. Click, click, done. It's like a couple of questions, you know. I can't remember how many there were. Make sure you read the driver's ed book. Not kidding you. Also, just came to my mind. There's an app called Driver's Ed where you can actually like quiz yourself on many different questions that are throughout the book. Yeah, it's in the App Store. It's free. You can just click the state that you're in, and it'll just give you a whole bunch of questions. You can quiz yourself, match things, all of that, and it'll give you a percentage. And it's really helpful. I think that may have helped me like pass the test, honestly. Okay, so those are all my tips for this video. I hope you guys really enjoy this. So if you don't want to be the only 16-year-old that does not have a license, follow these instructions. They're really simple. Some of you guys should know this. It's pretty common sense. But yeah. Hope you guys pass your driver's test or your permit test, whichever it is. And yeah. Hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all of that fun jazz. Don't forget to follow my socials. That'll be after my clip right here. I don't know, this way, that way, whatever way it is. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Leave comments for if you guys passed your test or not. You know, that happens too. But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Leave comments and suggestions for new videos, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Gotta keep that shine on top, yeah. On top, yeah. On top, yeah. Oh, yeah. Though you're gone far away.